My house was very unstable. My dad was verbally and physically abusive to both me and my mom.
I was totally and absolutely lost after the death of my husband.
For me, a crisis might be the death of somebody in my family. For a caller, it could mean that they don't want to live anymore.
Crisis is different for every person, but in every crisis, there is hope. This is Foundation 2.
The purpose of Foundation 2 is to be here when families or individuals need services, when they're in crisis. One of the things that makes Foundation 2 so unique is that it doesn't matter what the situation is that the family or the individual is experiencing. Foundation 2 is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, holidays included, weekends, to help somebody out when there's a tough time. When someone's struggling, they can have someone help them through the situations that their family's facing.
For over 40 years, Foundation 2 has served Iowa as a trusted, caring resource for those in crisis. Foundation 2 offers services such as a 24/7 statewide suicide hotline, walk-in counseling sessions, support groups, in-home crisis intervention, and an emergency food pantry. For youth and children in crisis, Foundation 2 provides a safe shelter and a transitional living program. Foundation 2 works with any person in any crisis at any time. At the Foundation 2 call center in Cedar Rapids, trained counselors are available by phone at any time of day to help resolve crises ranging from finding help with rent payments to finding a reason to keep on living.
We answer approximately 1,500 calls a month on average. So these would be everything from crisis calls where someone may be suicidal and we're dealing with that for maybe an hour, to something as brief as maybe just giving somebody a referral for where they can get rent help. Crises do happen 24 hours a day, so that's why our hotline, the Crisis Center hotline, is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No matter what, you will get a counselor answering the phone here.
Also located in Cedar Rapids is the Foundation 2 Youth Shelter, a temporary safe haven for youth in crisis. All shelter residents are given a clean place to stay, transportation to and from school, and the listening ear of Foundation 2 counselors.
Right now we have 12 youth here in the shelter, but we have the capacity to serve 17 at one time. Foundation 2 in general works with people in crisis. The youth shelter specifically works with youth in crisis, and that can involve any type of crisis. All the kids here have a different story and have different reasons of why they're here. I think what makes Foundation 2 Youth Shelter so dynamic is the fact that we work with families that don't have any type of services through the Department of Human Services or through juvenile court. So any person in the community, and it doesn't have to be the Cedar Rapids community, it could be Eastern Iowa, can contact Foundation 2 and work with one of the family counselors to deal with the crisis that they're going through at the time.
Foundation 2 was created by a group of high school and college students who believed that they could provide caring support where the current mainstream agencies could not. 40 years later, the organization has grown to provide that support to hundreds of Iowans every month.
Foundation 2 was really critical and strict at first, but I was totally prepared for that. They were really helpful because I was expecting, not really expecting, just supposing, I don't know, that I would have to do more on my own, have less help, and I really had more help than I thought I would get, and that was really nice.
And once I came to the first support group, which I was afraid to go to, I drug my mother with me, and what I found there was a group of people that understood the emotions and the thoughts that I was going through, and I actually felt like, hey, I'm really not losing my mind for the first time in 6 months. These were people that understood where I was at and what I needed.
Whatever the next 40 years may bring, Foundation 2 will remain the same, a trusted, caring resource to those in crisis. Any person, any crisis, at any time. For more information or to find out how you can help, visit our website at foundation2.org.